Watch me ride.
Hey everybody, well I'm at Haslemere Motorcycles and I'm taking something out quite different. This is a 2003 Triumph Bonneville which has been converted to what they've called the Brooklands Bonneville by Haslemere years ago. It's standard engine, parallel twin, 790cc's, carbed, but it's been sort of cafe raced. It's going to be uncomfortable for me to ride because I'm a really tall rider, but it has to be done because it's cool, and it's something different, and I hope that you'll enjoy this because it will be an experience for me, it'll be an experience for you. It's just going to be interesting because I've never ridden anything like this, so hopefully you'll enjoy joining me on this little trip. And you can actually buy this bike, it's £6,500, it's had about £3,000 of parts put on it, and it is a 2003 underneath the extra parts, so yeah. Okay, wow, it's a solid seat. It does sound nice. I have had it warming up for a while, so don't worry, this isn't cold. It hasn't been run for a little while, so it's gonna sputter a bit to start with, I imagine. Just giving it a little bit of choke. Seems to have cheered it up a bit. Obviously no mirrors. It's not actually as uncomfortable as you think it'd be. This is really cool. Put the choke off now. It's a 5-speed, as the Bonneville is. I've not actually ridden the standard Bonneville. It's something I would like to do one day. It's starting to clear itself out now. I think this ride will be as good for this bike as it will be for me. Well, the tank cutouts are designed for your knees to be in them, obviously, and that means your arse is all the way back, which means it is very leant over. The steering feels, it's absolutely solid. I've never felt steering like it. I don't know quite how you get round corners on it. I assume it's going to be a feel. So let's be progressive about the speed into corners. It just turns. It is lean and it's weird. It's weird, but I like it. It's amazingly smooth, and when I say that I mean both the engine and the suspension. It's very, very firm, and the seat is like a wooden plank, but it just glides along. I'm feeling really English. You know, if you want to be noticed at a bike cafe, forget your Panigales, forget your R1s, forget your GX1000s, you get on something like this, and it is only a Triumph Bonneville, but it's been tinkered with and it looks special, it's unique, and that's one of the things I love in bikes. I like bikes to be different. It's not something you see all the time. It is only a 5-speed, but it cruises happily at sort of motorway speeds, which I mean, you just look at a Triumph Bonneville. It's the same bike. I don't know why. I can't believe it's a 2003. I kept like thinking, no, it can't be a 2003. But the 53 does 2003. It's because it's so old looking. And she's still got going her. Anyone can enjoy this bike. I mean, I'm a guy, I love supermotos and stuff. I've got a space age looking helmet on and full leathers. I do not match what this bike should be wearing, but see, look at the looks. See, he was like, oh, what is that? I'm sure the silver visor works with it quite well, because it needs a clean though, it needs repolishing. Or maybe that's quite nice because it makes it look older. You have to just pinch the tank with your knees, and then you can, you know, you're not really holding on to the bike, you're just controlling it with your arms. Good for your core strength. It is a lovely torquey engine. I believe its peak torque level is at about 3,500 RPM. I love it. I love this bike. It's so cool. I feel like I need to change down, but you don't, because it's got torque. You leave it in that higher gear and it just carries on pulling itself out. Haslemere Motorcycles, a long time ago, when they were actually in Haslemere, I believe, they used to do Triumph, and they did quite a lot of conversions of a standard Bonneville into one of their one-off specials. Well, there was about 30 of them produced. Little story, apparently, going back years, there was one they made that one of the bosses of Triumph came and had a look at, took some pictures and stuff, and not necessarily connected, but you know, later on the Thruxton came out and it had some very interesting similarities. This is more like a concept bike, so it's more extreme in all of its ways, which is mostly only the seating position, to be fair. But God, it's beautiful. Sounds gorgeous. It's this low, purry, just happy engine. I wish it was sunny today. If it was sunny today, that would have improved this, but then maybe it's good that it's like this. This is even more English. Overcast summer day. See, the more bikes I try, the more I realise that I really don't care what it is, who made it, what sort of bike it is. Each bike has its own unique characteristics and feelings. And characteristics and feelings, God, I've not felt many like this. Side stand's really difficult to get to. I love this thing. It's awesome. This thing is awesome. Yeah, it's happy now. It needed this run. Only very recently in a video I was talking about having like an old looking Ferrari, like a 1950s Ferrari, like a 250 GTR. I know that maybe not in 1950s, but that with modern technology in it for the reliability and stuff would be so cool. And this is kind of like that. You know, the classic bike thing is very cool and everyone wants one, but it comes with the stereotypical unreliability. Now, that may not be necessarily well founded for a lot of older bikes, you know, but to have a solid modern engine under it with very classic looks, It's nice to know that you could ride something that looks special and old and different, but know that it's just about as reliable as any other one of what it's based on. They haven't done anything to the tuning in this bike. It is exactly as is, but on the old one, on the other ones that they've done in the past, they put like flat slide carbs on them and did all sorts of tweaks and tunes, and I believe they did like port and polishing type stuff for better airflow, and they could increase the power by about 30% by doing that, and that's good. It's got lovely, it's not like arm ripping pull, it's just nice torque, smooth gorgeousness. I know, I'm going a bit nuts to this thing. I love it. All you're seeing here is someone who has a real passion for bikes getting to play on things that you never thought you would. Because you're leant so far forward, it is difficult to properly do a shoulder check. I need to get a picture though, so I'm going to pull into my favoured picture taking spot. And I'm also taking the second camera off, I'm afraid, because I didn't really think about that. That's what my foot is. It's making it very difficult to ride. And you see, it's not the sort of bike that you really rip on. You don't want to do that. It doesn't like it. It doesn't respond well to that. And I'm 6'4" and it fits me fine and nothing really hurts on me, and yet I feel like I've been put in a box. I'm not a particularly flexible guy. I mean, you can see where my knees are. These strange downturned handlebars are so comfortable. The position, for this position, you know, if you had straight bars like this, it'd be horrible, but for a bike like this, it's where you want it. It naturally puts your elbows either side of your knees when you come down. If I had a load of money that I didn't really care about things and I could buy toys, I would buy this. That's how much I like it. You see, this is how a bike collection can start growing. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds that sort of make these things possible. One day, I'll work out my millionaire plan, and then I can just start picking these things up. I'm heading back because I said I wouldn't be too long with it. I don't want to give it back. I could ride this thing all day. I'm in no pain. I'm in no discomfort. I'm starting to feel how to ride it better. Seriously, if you've got some money, okay, and you to just buy random bikes, you got $6.5 grand sat around, buy it. You will not regret it. No, actually, what I'm talking, no, don't buy it. I want them to never sell it, and then I can keep trying it out. It's only got 3,500 miles on the clock, for Christ's sake. It's so enjoyable at normal speeds. You don't have to be thrashing it around to enjoy it. You know, if you're doing these speeds on a 1000cc or even a modern 600, it is no great fun. On this, it is amazing. The feel, the feedback. I know I'm going on and on about how much I love this thing, but I really do. It's an oddball. And they were like, well, you know, it'll be interesting. They didn't want to big it up too much. Guys, seriously. Big it up all you want. Yeah, sure, you're probably not going to want to go touring on it. And you probably won't want to do more than 100 miles in a day. But you go on a nice country road on a sunny day, or even a classic English day like this, and seriously, you'll enjoy it so much. a lot of it is the engine. This is a really nice engine. It's not massively powerful. It's not, you know, I think it's only about 60 brake horsepower. And it does have good torque, but it's not going to rip your face off. It's just its smoothness and the feel of the thing. And it sounds gorgeous. You know, the skinny tyres mean that it changes direction really nicely. This is not that interesting to people because I'm just sat here just going on and on about everything, but I love everything about it. It's... Oh, hang on, is there anything I don't like? That sticker, that needs to go. No, this is good. It's also got really fat, really girthy grips, which just fit your hands so nicely. I think the reason it doesn't hurt your back so much, or your shoulders, is because you're in a good balance point where you're leaning forward but your arms are at a good angle, so you can actually just prop yourself up, and because you're squeezing with your knees, you really don't have to use your back at all to hold yourself up, so it doesn't put pressure on it. And I have a bad lower back. This is one of the moments that I am just so appreciative of the fact that I started vlogging and that people followed my channel for some reason and got on board, because for a guy who feels so passionately about bikes, today is one of those special days. It's so weird that when it's up in like 5th gear, you start there doing 70 and you just roll on and it just picks up. It doesn't feel like you're about to rip your face off or anything, but it just keeps picking up speed and picks up and picks up. Given that this is just a Bonneville that's been changed cosmetically, the Bonneville, I've got to ride one now, because this engine is gorgeous. I just hope fuel injection hasn't removed this character from it. And the engine's just got this soft vibration it's not jarring, it's like a purr of a cat. I love it, I absolutely love it. Beautiful. Thank you, Haslemere Motorcycles. These are one of those days in your life that you'll never really forget, because it was the first time you got to ride something so different from what you're used to, and then you find a new feeling of something that you never experienced, and that's exactly what motorcycling is about experiences, and that was one that I will not forget. Haslemere, thank you, I'm indebted to you.